Hey, how's it? Cowboy Buzz here. How you doing? So this video is for the first quarter of the season, but I have breaking news. The Cowboys released Jaylon Smith. Um, I think what bottom line comes down to it is what do you do with him? With everybody coming back and with the way Michael Parsons is playing, you want to keep as much playmakers on the field. You know what Jalen doesn't do well in is what Michael Parsons does. He athletically he can do it. Um, and then what Jalen Smith does do well is what Michael Parsons excels at. What we cannot, we gotta we're gonna continue to use that and all that. So yeah, and then with Jabril Cox, a guy that I'm high on the draft, he plays special teams and he's a great cover linebacker, and he has improved on his run defense. So it's like, what do you do? Um, yeah, so I can see that that's the biggest reason. Um, Personal note, I am a fan of Jalen Smith, so I got to meet him the last two games at the last two games I went to in Dallas. Um, in fact, the last game I went to, I played, I paid a good amount. You know, um, it was yeah, yeah, it was yeah. It's a what I put on the game was you can put a down payment on a car. I'll put it that way. But prior to the game starting, um, we got to go on the field while the players was warming up, and had one of the guys, two cool guys, I forget their names, but they was with us, and they was with us, and they had a poster of Jalen, and and he came up, he signed it, and then had 20 of us, and he just signed it, like thank you everybody, and walked away. He took the time and shook everybody's hands and all that. So like I was, you know, I mean I was a fan before that, but then seeing that is like I was a bigger fan after that. But I can be a bigger fan as I want. This is a business, and so this what happened. Anyway, on to the offense. On to the team. We're 3-1. I'll start off with the offense. Dak has looked amazing. From the first game, he threw the ball a lot. Not worried about the shoulder. The ankle is kind of like we kind of like, and then this last game kind of like was a flip. Like he threw the ball the least amount, and we got to see him run a couple times, and you can tell the natural instincts are starting to come back to it. Like starting to take over, but still yet he's conscientious of it, and all that. And the best part is that the yardage and the throws didn't matter. What mattered was the touchdowns and all that. So yeah, and he didn't throw an interception. So getting those four, I'll take that any day over any stat line. You can give me 500 yards, three touchdowns, two interceptions. I don't want that. You give me the four touchdowns and zero interceptions, zero fumbles. I'm perfect with it. Yeah. Anyway, and on top of that, we win the game. Um, anyway, so fantasy, you know, and then Zeke, I gotta say this, Zeke has kind of like done this. I'm not saying he's the old Zeke, but he's kind of done his thing where as the season goes, his production has gone up, and he's getting into the end zone. So yeah, Pollard always made the most of his situations, whether we give him the ball more or give him the ball less. He's still constantly making the most of his opportunities. CeeDee Lamb, I mean, not only he's making his own plays, but he's starting to dictate to the defense of like what you guys now you guys going, well we'll give okay we won't stop the run as much. And now you seem to start to see the production of the running game because of the fact that they're backing up, because CeeDee Lamb was getting a lot of targets in the beginning, and now the way he's affecting the game, he's getting Amari some favorable matchups and all that. So yeah, and then Cedric Wilson is filling nicely for Gallup, and when Gallup comes back, we're just making our offense that much more, you know, that much more dangerous. Um, our offensive line has been the pleasant surprise. Um, because like I mean, but Biotic's been not, I want to say a huge disappointment, but he's been kind of like, oh man, he's been getting pushed around a little bit. So it's like, come on, Biotic, he was looking so much better last year, and all that. Well, so like, so if he's if it's not too much of a weakling. I mean, Connor Williams has had his good moments and his bad moments. Um, but Terrence Steele, I mean, Terrence, you can tell the backups made him look bad. Because I mean, I was like going, I can't trust Terrence Steele. I was making like where we can do all kind of things with the get McGovern in and move Connor Williams, or what we can do with the offensive line and all that. And Terrence Steele has filled in nicely. I think Lyle will get the start. I mean, unless unless they go, they go, you know what, we cannot disrupt this continuity. So other than that, I mean, Lyle probably more than likely will get his job back. But I seen this happen, and McGovern has done an awesome job. I'm not trying to take away from McGovern, but watching the Seattle and 49ers highlights, it brought me back to, remember Lyle's rookie season, and he popped a couple of the, he remember he shoved one, he blocked one of the I think it was Earl Thomas, I think, in fact, and he got him completely off the screen. Imagine bringing Steele in and then making Lyle an eligible fullback, and him coming down and him whacking. It. I mean, you might get some big plays out of that, and everything. But yeah, so I mean, it's an idea. I mean, I don't. And McGovern has done a great job of it, but it's an idea. That's because that play popped in my head. Probably the biggest criticisms I get of the offense, and and it's very correctable. But when we do get takeaways, we can help up the defense even more by actually scoring, because you're gonna pump them up. You're gonna pump them up, and and then you're gonna create more pressure for the offense to make up for that turnover they did. Not only you gave up the turnover, but you allowed a score as well too, and all that. And then the second thing is on our side. Yes, I know we did. I'm not gonna bail out. We did, we that was a turnover. That was a fumble by Schultz. We dodged the bullet on that one. But the thing is, like, I know we're not gonna be perfect. We're gonna eventually get turnovers and stuff like that. We're gonna make mistakes, but we cannot put our defense in bad situations and all that. We don't. I mean, I like the way our defense is playing, but we're not a defense that can bail out the offense all the time, and that. So yeah, that gotta be better. Defensively, Michael Parsons. I mean, he's been a huge impact on our defense, and then Diggs. I wasn't sure that he could be our number one in from his rookie season to now, but I am not saying that he's gonna be the future, like lockdown and all that. He's been doing a great job, but I'm not gonna project that way. Not yet, not just yet. But he's making me excited, and he's making me excited more and more. And he's been, and when you get playmakers on defense, that just makes the team much more fun, and all that. Osa Odigizua has been playing tremendously. Randy Gregory started to get some pressure, and talking about that. Eventually, I love that we're getting takeaways, creating opportunities for our offense and all that. But eventually, we're going to have a game that we're not going to get a takeaway. But if we can, like how in this last couple games, we've been getting more and more pressure on the quarterback. If we can get more and more pressure on the quarterback, even though we don't get the takeaways, at least we're going to get off the field on third downs by forcing the quarterback to throw the ball away, to make a bad throw, or getting a sack, forcing the ball, coming out early, and we still make the tackle, before the first down. As long as we get off the field, and that can only help out the team. But then that goes into what I'm going to criticize the defense for, is that we allow too many big plays. There's some plays that go, man, our defense is doing pretty good, and all of a sudden it's like, boom, 40 yards or 20 yards. I mean that one play against the Eagles, Miles Sanders get his first carry and it's for 24 yards, and then you saw what DJ Moore was doing at times. So no, we got to start limiting that. But next, we got the Giants next. I'll get the video up on probably Friday. All right, that's my video. Mahalo for watching. Paniella boys, who you with? You know who I'm with. I'm with the Dallas Cowboys.